What's up, guys? So here's the bottom line on trekking in Everest National Park. It is probably one of the most beautiful places on earth, and lucky for us, lucky for you, it's super accessible and comfortable and built up. Every couple hours you're gonna come by a town. It's like $5 a night for lodging, and the food's really cheap as well, so you don't need to arrange anything in advance. The only thing you might want to arrange is if you're going to go all the way to base camp, you might want to hire a porter to help you carry some of your stuff, because you're going to need some more cold weather gear. In this video, you're going to see us, we went to Namche Bazaar and a little bit past that. So we did it all on our own. We did not book through a company. I would not recommend booking through a company because the trail is so easy and plain to see. You just follow it, you just walk. You don't need to pay someone to pretend they're taking you on this dangerous hike, because it's a very comfortable, amazing hike, and we recommend it. It was a long drive to even get to the airport to fly into the Himalayas. Before flying out, we stayed in a very lovely hotel in ramen shops. This is where you do your business, and then you pour that bucket into there to flush your business. So you turn this on. That's full pressure right there, full water pressure. That's what you get. Yeah. You turn this on. This does nothing. You get nothing, so you shower down here. If you want to take a shower, you just turn this on, you squat here, you take this little bucket and you fill it up, and you pour it on yourself, and you do a little wishy-washy. We don't always stay in super bougie places. Sometimes we like to save our money for other things like beer. Anyway, tomorrow we're gonna get on an airplane and fly to the most dangerous airport in the world. So I hope that I get to publish this video, because if I publish this video and you see this, it means we survived. The next morning, it was absolute chaos as we waited to fly out.
Good morning. It's insanity.
And after a slightly harrowing flight, we landed at Lukla in the Himalayan mountains. This is Lukla Airport. The runway is a 12-degree upslope when you land, so we had to flare extreme because the runway was like that. We had to meet it and go uphill. And in 6 days, we'll experience the takeoff, which I've heard is pretty exciting because it's like a roller coaster. You're going straight down, and then all of a sudden they pull up at the last second. Fun. Let's hike. I don't know where I'm going. I'm really relying on you to guide me.
Gotcha.
So I can take the camera. On the hike, there are small towns every 2 to 3 hours that are full of cafes, bars, restaurants, and hotels. In between these towns is some of the most beautiful scenery on the planet.
On this one, but it's
You might spend a majority of your time walking with donkeys and yaks. On the trail, they have the right of way.
on the trails of Everest. There are lots of donkeys, and they don't have a bubble
Pushing me.
because they'll just push you right out of the way.
Oh, God. You're pushing. No pushing. Okay.
Yeah, so we definitely make allowances for the donkeys pushing you because they're carrying liquor and beer. They're in a traffic jam. Yeah. Ugh.
It's a fresh one.
Oh, and he's gonna. I too much butt.
Too much butt.
I'm stuck. There's a roadblock, and I told him several passwords, but he's not budging. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
As you hike through the towns, you'll eventually need to choose one to sleep in. Good morning, everyone. We are packing up in our nice, lovely room at the Buddha Lodge, and we've got a pretty aggressive day today. I just wanted to show you guys this room and tell you how surprised we were when we paid last night after dinner that the room was only $4.50 US American. With these views, I really was expecting to pay like 20 bucks.
I'm so excited, and I think tomorrow when we wake up, when we have such clear views like this, we're gonna be just like, oh my god, because we'll be able to see Everest, and pending the weather, but I think it's gonna be great.
This is Everest National Park, and now we're gonna go see Mount Everest in like 6 hours.
It has been such a beautiful beautiful waiting for the stars to show.
Even if you don't plan on sleeping in a town, they're all worth exploring rather than just walking straight through. Okay. So we just pulled into Namche Bazaar, which is a really large settlement on the trail to Everest, much larger than I expected. And our plan is to find a restaurant, which we found. We're at Dan Phi Cafe. So we're gonna warm our hands up with some awesome cappuccinos, and Maggie got tea. Gonna have a cheeseburger and fries. They offered to put on some documentaries downstairs, and then we're gonna push a little bit farther to our hotel. Clouds are starting to roll in just like yesterday, so we're gonna chow down and we're gonna push out. So we're just in the clouds now. Can't see anything. It's cooled down quite a bit, but we're like an hour from the hotel. At our pace, hour and a half. We learned pretty quickly why most people finish their hike before 2 or 3 p.m. Every afternoon, the weather changes.
But like, there might be a sign to the left that says like, go this way, or there might be a sign to the right that says, go that way. But like,
visibility is like 50 feet. We don't know where we are. I'm navigating by looking at a Google Maps that has, it's just green because we're in a national park, and there's a little dotted line that goes through the green. And so I'm using GPS to try to keep us on the dotted line. There's no apparent trail up here. So we're just gonna walk. Because of the weather, we arrived at our hotel with no idea what was around us. Sorry to cut you off.
we were walking up the stairs to what we think is the Everest View Hotel.
So when you check in, they're gonna give you a hot welcome drink and a hot towel. It's just so super necessary because I can't even feel my hands because I was too stubborn to wear my gloves. The next morning, we found out why it's one of the most visited hotels in all of Everest National Park. This might very well be the best breakfast view I've ever had. Well, isn't this a fantastic morning? We woke up and looked out our window, and there were some mountains out there. We are at the Everest View Hotel, as you know. I think we told you that earlier in the video. This is pretty much the reason that people come here for breakfast or lunch, or like us, they stay here. These mountains are massive. They're massive. And we looked out the window and we said, which one is Mount Everest? Because we weren't really sure. But all throughout the year, except for in May, which is next month when people will try to summit, it actually is so tall that it jets up into it pokes into the jet stream. And there's like 100 mile an hour, 200 mile an hour winds. It can be up to negative 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you look back there, you can identify which one is clearly up into the jet stream right now and getting the top just ripped off by like strong winds. Super awesome. Looks super cold. Still don't want to climb it. The next 2 days, we hiked down. On our way up, we had perfect weather. On the way down, we weren't so lucky. Eventually, we were back on an airplane headed to warmer altitudes.